Oh, you can hear that. Oops. You hear that? Ah. Alright, my microphone. Set it on top of a cup. Um. See, my microphone is right here. Right here. Um. Still wearing this shirt. I don't know. Should probably do a challenge where I wear the exact same shirt like every day of the month. Even after I take a shower. If you don't know what I'm drinking, this is sweet tea mixed in with coffee creamer. So I want to say something here. LTX to me, um, LTX 2.3 still one of the best video generators of all time. If LTX gets another upgrade, I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna delete the old ones, see if it's better. And we'll see if LTX 2.4 or 5 or whatever the fuck is going to be better than 2.3. In fact, I'll delete LTX 2.3 if it comes out. Because, storage space and all that. I mean, you won't even notice the microphone too much right now. Won't even notice the microphone too much. So we're going to be doing just that. We're going to be doing just that. All right. All right. Okay. I think there's audio in this game, but I don't know if we can turn on freaking. Here it is. Here's Ebony. It's a game similar to Not Prawn. By the way, I'm still figuring out Not Prawn. And I just figured out that there are more letters in those ladies. Like every time you see a lady, there's like a letter somewhere in the corners, and I feel like it's gonna. I thought it spelled pornography, but it didn't. It's not the right answer. So I'm stumped. So might as well. And I'm currently creating a video that has all the answers to Not Prawn. I'm not gonna show it to you, obviously, but I don't know if I should. Oh. I feel like that should. Whatever. Anyways, this is Ebony. Yes. The necessary disclaimer. What is happening in Ebony makes sense only in Ebony. Just to name a few examples, jellyfish don't talk, pushing drawing pins if someone can cause injuries, jumping the other chef can kill you. Things that are normal in Ebony could cause other people question your insanity, be illegal, lead to severe injuries, or even death in the real world. In other words, Ebony is a game, and by the nature, it's not real. Excuse me. Whatever features Ebony is happening because of a riddle to be solved or because of the plot of the game. In the latter case, all of the artwork referred to and or used is to be considered reference, novels, movies, songs, etc. that may have discovered the truth about the reality according to the plot of Ebony, so as to not spoil the game, the connection is not revealed. In the former case, the purpose of any content... So, yeah, you can read this on your own. Apparently, there's some credits here. And... yeah, AI was used to make this, so it's still being made. There's a Hall of Fame to the people who have completed it, I guess. And, intro. It's dark. Oh, it's a YouTube video? What? I guess it's not working. I don't know. Whatever. The intro is well, that loses a few points on the plot thing. Well, anyways, on the lore. Anyways, let's get started. Oh. There are jump scares in certain scenes. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Oh? Okay. I don't like the sound. Let me play some, Tenu... what was it called? Sonato... Treblo. There we go. Okay, I should probably... log in. I didn't know there was jump scares in this game. You didn't tell me about this. Oh no. No, I'm just doing something. Alright. God. There we go. Good music. Sorry, oh, okay. Can you not hear it? I don't think you can hear it. Anyways, yeah, there's no turning back. You're in this game. Your primary objective is to reach the next level, just like a not run. How to do this? Well, that's the point. And each level you had to do different things. If you never played a riddle game before, follow the tutorials on the next few levels. Don't worry, you won't need to read that much later. Also, if you're tired of reading, you can return to these levels anytime you wish. course, if you're a betting player, this strategy pulls up something else without reading the tutorials. The easy thing you can do is click on the appropriate part of the screen, look for something on. Piece of cake, isn't it? What? Look at that easy letter. Keep in mind that it's not a point-and-click game. Not just a point-and-click game, you mean? It says some levels have flashing lights. If you have epilepsy, these might be dangerous. Since these goes for very few levels, in this case, I recommend you play with someone else to check. There are jump scares in certain scenes, and can't with any certain devices touching you stress. Consult with your physician. Talking fast. Okay, so let's go ahead and enter the game. It's gonna be loud. Well hidden. Finding a hidden sign is easy if you know what you're looking for. The trick is almost the same, but you can't see anything. It says, general hints, don't give up if you get stuck. Opus, and there's how to say something. Do I need source code or something? Corral. Where you found this text with really stuff. OEI. Okay. The beacon shines like a spirit, even in the. Okay. Now we can just hear the sweet music. The beacon shines like a spear, even if the unspeakable darkness surrounds. Hints: nowhere to click now. No significant parts in the picture. No hidden stuff on the screen. So, alter URL. When you step into the light. What is that? What is that? Looks like a dirty sock. Hold their breath just to watch you pass by OEI. Am I supposed to put the cap? Okay, it says. What's that? The thing that appears in the field. The address. Let me introduce the name and title of the image. The last name of the last word is HTML. It consists of 3 vowels. The title is shown by the browser somewhere. Yeah. Obelisk. Obelisk. Yeah. But let me enter that later. With or without some graphics. What are you talking about? Hold so much grace from the sun in your smile to the earth. There might be jump scares there. I don't even know if I saw jump. Anyways. Designed to steal the sky to make the whole world as shown by the browser somewhere, mostly on the web page tab. I know those tabs open in your browser. All of them have little labels like Google, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Now the title of this page consists of consonants of underscore signs. Doesn't make any sense, huh? When you combine the name and title, get the word. Yeah, I get it. I know it's gonna be really annoying long, but it's really important. Many quit riddle games just because they don't like this part. Levels can be solved by typing the answer in the URL line. I know it might sound strange if you haven't played a similar game before, but you get used to it fast. Yeah, like not prawn. Correct name of the next page, what actually means the solution. Well, sometimes not prawn. Username and password and all that. Excuse me. Correct name in the next page, what actually means the solution. Level can be figured out in a kind of logical way in all cases. You never had to guess randomly. Even if the answer is that or something similar, there is some logic behind it, and you'll know why I have to enter that. This doesn't happen too often. If you arrive at a non-existing page, you get a 4 for a page where your guess was wrong. It's happened many times. This is normal. Some riddle games actually played. In this case, simply return, go back to the page you've come from, and try another answer. Sometimes entering certain words can lead you to new subpages which belong to the same level. In this case, Examine the subpage carefully, or you'll know the reasoning for existence, or you'll get an additional hint, or a joke, or a reward. If you don't understand this part quickly, you try that. It just mentions how subpages work. Stations make any sense. They ignore some major hints, or you arrive to a subpage at another level randomly guessing. If the latter occurs, I suggest going back to the level you were originally on, or else you miss major hints that are needed later. Very important. You don't have to use capital letters. You don't have to use spaces or extra characters such as these, including a double S sign from Germany. And never have to alter ebonyreload.com part of the text. By doing so, you actually leave the game. If playing Ebony on your cell phone, things appear differently. Everything depends on the operating system and browser you're using. For the title, you mean to go to the general page and the reason I smile when I'm thinking of you. You laugh at my jokes like they're gold. It's true, and I wait forever just to be next to you. Is there a jump scare here? We don't need a crowd. Just your hand in mine. That was an example. You're the rush, the high, the truth I choose, and I'm not afraid. I'm done with the blues. I don't need a sign. I don't need a plan. You're the rhythm running through my hands every night, every rhyme, every what if. Now it says warm up. Yeah, I'm in it. Right here with you, that's where I belong. Warm up page. In the dark, singing our song. You got that smile, that magic, that spark. You're the fire in my heart. Right here with you, yeah, I'm all in. No. All right, I'm going to enter Obelisk. You're my only one, my dream come true. I'm not leaving. All right, there we go. Right here with you. No jump scares, please. Now I'm writing songs just finally, finally, I can use source code. Thank God. Although it looks like a pile of garbage. For now, you should. It's a JPG, so not GIF. You should check the source code of the page too. Don't panic. You don't need to be a web developer for getting useful information there. How to find the source code? It depends on the browser you use. In most cases, right-click on the page, on the picture, links on the menu. Use source option here. There. Key combination. Which does the same. Yeah, I guess that's better than cell phone. One of the problems with view source in the okay, yeah, but that's for like Android. On iPhone, you are fricked. Android. Although it looks like a pile of garbage, it can hold treasure for the wise one. You get it all the time, you have something different, so you found it. Right now, the most important things are the comments. I mean the text starting with that. Comments never appear on the screen, they can be only read here. Remember, you can ignore most stuff in the source code. Here, you can find the commands too, which are generating the web page itself. Don't worry. Don't worry. There won't be so much text here later now. I'm explaining the most important things for you. That's the type of page shown by your browser. I already mentioned it. Robots don't care about this. Keep search engines off the page. Okay. Viewport. This helps position the page on the device you use. It's never important for you. All things are never important. We'll read more about this later. Yeah, I'll change the frickin'. Yeah, what happens if I change track 01 to track 02? Yeah, no shit, but that's. Actually, you know what? That's more information I'm not going to listen to that until we get it. So track 02 is part of a solution. Yeah. First file, change the layout, text, picture. This might be important to some certain points of the game, but you can ignore that. There's the background music, we'll read more about it later. Here comes where that actually appears on screen. That's the picture. It's called You Might Need It Later. That's the text which actually appears on screen. Additional elements can have names too. On certain levels, these may give you hints. After a while, you can with this basic name too, such as hint, line, uh-oh. However, if you can see an unusual name, that might give you a clue. When you your level, you don't have to care about these names. By the way, you don't have to know what these HTML words are, like div, p, and s source, or f, or h reference, r. This is find the hidden text in the source code.
Yeah.
Let's go here. Ooh. H not found. Texts are for the lake laser because it's the same as those, and actually 2 words to that space. Okay. Oh, I can turn off the sound. Wait, what? Sound? What has it?
Give me back the years, give me back the years running through the rain. Caught inside the gear.
Getting distribution there. It ons.
Give me back the years.
Getting there.
It is what it is.
Jesus Christ, this is scary.
Hey, hey.
I need to save the image. Question.
Stolen heat.
I'm a fan of LTX 2.3 already.
Faded ink.
Is there more? 2 words were on. Those were the solution without the space. Yeah, I knew that.
Wondering when the wait is over.
Again, there's jump scares in this game, so I'm so scared.
Last.
Oh God, just looking at this is so freaking scary.
Tore the page. Burn the bridge.
Same thing.
Kept the ash.
Let's just page source all of these.
Give
What do
me
they
back
say?
the years. Give me back the years.
What language is that?
Gears broken down.
S. We did insert discuss. Ska. Ska.
Hey, hey. It is what it
I think
is.
it's Swedish. Swedish? Wait, is Swedish text?
Give it up.
Polish?
Maybe I stay.
Sorry, I was watching.
Maybe I go.
Anyways.
Maybe I finally let the fire go. I want out. I want up. I want a
Then
little.
the next level, it says lost.
Looking at the ceiling, lost a heavy feeling. Everything is changing. Give me back the years. Give me back the years running through the rain.
Okay, it says question.jpg. Answer this. The name of the next level is simply the hint you'll find there.
Give me back the years.
Use your way if in the darkest spot can dissipate if one finds your answer. Uh-oh, what happened to this picture? Strong. It still says hint there.
Take it the one way.
You can't see it quite level, you can't read. Check the source code. Any questions?
Just say it.
General hint. Sometimes you have to find a file manually. This means you have to write the name of the file you search into the browser. Actually, I could just, open image in a new tab and then I got it.
Small town scene with glass rings on
Okay, it says
you were staring at
1 M.
green waitress with a faded blue.
Okay, 1 is an M? I don't get it.
Everything feels like a long movie, just waiting for the end.
Not 1.
Telling yourself that you feel groovy.
It says
Around the
this
neck.
means you have to write the name of the file you search in the browser.
Now, counting every minute now. The high gear spinning.
Try getting your
Counting every minute now. Dusty radio plays the hits, plastic dashboard getting hot under sun. Losing all
No
my
such thing.
bitter
What are you
wits
talking about?
for a place where we belong.
No such JPG.
Everything feels like a long movie, just waiting
That's
for
this thing at all.
the
Try to do
end.
something with the original picture.
Telling yourself that you feel groovy around the next band. Counting every
Wait.
minute now.
Might be some
Counting every minute now.
hints.
High gear spinning.
But we'll see.
We all winning. Counting
I think I know what to do in this one. Need a different name for solving this level. Players you can annotate hidden data files.
Maybe I go.
Okay, so exit data. Huge. Just like the, you know, the Swedish one. Yeah. Is it Swedish? I mean, German. Nothing in the exit data. Let me check properties.
Feels like a long movie, just waiting for the end. Counting every minute now.
There's nothing.
Counting every minute now.
Secret thing there, but
Gears spinning, yeah, we are winning. Counting every minute now. Counting every minute now. Counting every minute.
as I never find to use software which is unavailable for the internet. Most of you can find on the it's a picture editor, cell phone free actually. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I don't care, but I'm gonna I'm gonna have to go to GIMP for this one. I'm gonna open up the question the AI is AI generated. You could go to the what is it called? You go to Treblo.com and then go to the radio.
Another Sunday, blessings on the table. Basketball at the court, family at the cable. Preacher on the pulpit, but the sirens don't fade. Just another name on the list they made. When the boys pulled up,
then systems using like Doug 60.
on the concrete, Glock in my face.
That sound like some made by a freaking.
Just a beat down and chase, a life lost in the dust. Blood on the pavement, looks like the devil's touch. Scars on my skin, gold in my grill, but the smile ain't much. Missing a tooth, that's just the hood's way. No harm, just a block party. Beer, blunts, and the sun's last ray. No harm.
Okay, I see. Okay, okay, so if I do that.
But the sunset was golden.
If I do that. This. Oh, frick, that's why.
They talking about peace, but peace is a dream. On these streets,
and again, I don't know how to freaking.
Ball game on the radio, sweat on my brow. But the violence is the air that we breathe right now. Laughs at the corner,
never mind.
jokes at the store till the shot ring out, and the laughter's no more. Mama in the kitchen, hunger in the plate, and the cop on the corner with his hand on his waist.
Okay.
They call it routine. We call it genocide.
You guys see this?
About safety. We count the names in the obituary side. No harm, just the hood's routine.
This way. Let's try this way on. Alright, this way I guess. Worked. Oh yeah, just like not prawn, I mean we're not supposed to search like we're not supposed to like, you know, search for the answers in the search engines. So we don't, so we have to put negative EBONY and negative rhythm games, so in quotation marks. Source code. Stephen King. Want to read it. Okay, and that's important later, but let me just see. Search is strong. You can actually search the web. Okay. So most people use that one. So I can use music. 327th page or so if you search. Same audio. Something you need to leave the place, your place, to observe the big picture. So we have this. Is that it? You will leave EBONY for a short while. You need a piece of information so it's not present in the game. Please, the internet is actually huger than anyone can imagine. Google is your friend. Hope you can still remember all the things I've run on the previous pages. Some levels consist of more than one screen. I've already talked about this, but it's important because it's not typical for a real game. Sometimes you have to visit some substitutes in order to get it. I'm itching right now. Spoiler-free pages or forums. I'll search in external pages which you might need later. I tested. So if you're using the right keywords, you don't have to visit unsafe sites, porn, or any offensive sites. Content you have to pay for on the dark web. So yeah, no one can pay that. Like, you'll be able to find necessary information anyway, start too, or possibly you're on the wrong track. On the other hand, internet's changing all the time. Even if I always try to use my best to use static and long-lasting pages, things can go wrong anytime. This is one of the reasons why older levels might change occasionally. So if you're not 99% sure, 99.9% sure that you follow the right thread, but you've edited up on or removed or a non-existing page, please send an email and I'll double check that level. But before doing so, please ask yourself: are you something that must work, or is it something that could work? Okay. Alright. Stephen King. Sakina from Stephen King. Sakina. Where's Sakina from? Okay, here we go. Sakina is a character from the TV miniseries Rose Red. So do I have to enter Rose Red? Like, that's never gonna happen, right? Oh, there you go. That was easy. Music's loud. Why Am I the One Who Died is one of the songs. Whatever. I didn't do that. I said it's just like a computer. Okay. I'm going to explain what paths are. The internet shows like computer files or organized in folders. Right now inside the game, you're in the island folder. However, there are some subfolders in any folder too, and so files situated there can be reached manually. For example, if you type in try, I try this, you visit the HTML page. Great. You can go back. One more page. So we're named Try inside Alien. If they're not in the folder you currently are. I've already explained how the source code of the page can be found. You might have seen that the background music was in this there by calling a file to the page. This file, however, is not the Alien folder. So I can just do that. Is it a different audio? Okay. You have to listen background music or level of a level, even if your browser doesn't play it automatically. Nothing happens because of it. It's a common track over for learning the best background music. No HTTPS at all. One folder back. It's used if you want to tell the page where a file is compared to the page itself. So not every case. File page moves out of the folder Alien into the folder common, so that to find that track 01 time 3 if you want to try common. What? I'm so confused. So like, no? How that worked? So that gets to the freaking audio. Okay, so that's common base CSS. This is confusing. The page moves out of the folder into the folder common to find that track 01. Into the folder. Okay, so it moves out. So try/common.html, like common. So this is it, right? So it leads to common track 01.mp3, not Aaron common track 01. There's an Opus file, which is the same thing. I think they're playing both of these at the same time. I've already solved it before, but I don't understand this. It's used if you want to tell the page where a file is compared to the page itself. What if I just do Stephen King? If you put short text engraved on it. Okay. For the first, but not for the last time, you will need a username and password, just like not run. Oh. How come not prawn uses that instead of this. Okay, we need subfolders again. Hint for the username. Who do you wish to follow? Who you finally right? How very true. Thou. Okay, how about this? I look up this and then I put negative EBONY and negative riddle. What? Riddle what? Riddle game? Okay, it's not a quote from somewhere. This is actually a freaking. It's a Sphinx riddle. It's one of Sphinx riddles. For the first but not for the last time, you need to use any password to complete this about the text above riddles both. What only words must be by now? Will the other option is if you need to rhyme in the right way. This looks like a face. The source code. The extra text and picture on the door is not important. You can't even read it. Unpo-needed. Okay, so there's a little password is V. That's like an M or no, like W. What happens if I do that? Slash that. No? Wait. Yeah, that didn't work. One level ago. So this one? Sukina lives here. Now you know who lives here. I don't get it. Orphan files everywhere. Okay, my mind is going insane. Vertical or horizontal? I must enlight all who enter need to say it loud. She who lives here and a word is found. No. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a break off of this. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to bookmark this. Initiation. Ebony. Level 7. How do I open up bookmarks? How do I open up bookmarks again? Can you guys see that? Okay, you can't. I don't think you can. Whatever. Bookmarks. Show bookmarks bar. All bookmarks? Inside there, I guess. Alright, we're taking a break off of here. I'll continue Ebony later. This door looks creepy as hell. Alright. I'm gonna write down all the things later.
But every echo ends with no one there at all. It's only time will wash your name away.
I gotta work on this now.
Just writes it deeper every day. Everybody says I should be grateful I'm alive, but gratitude feels empty when you paid the price. Every mirror asks the question I can't stand. Why you? Why not me? Every breath feels out of place.
Yeah, that was the lures I downloaded. The Heretic lure. I think it did pretty good. I think it doesn't have like the sloppiness of here. Alright, let me close the camera. They removed some playlists.
Did not grow up thinking I was going to be a chef. That was never the plan. But I have always been the kind of person who needs to like shove it in people's faces and be like, ha, look what I can do. But in a really nice way.
Meet Kathleen. She's on a mission to make delicious food for every allergy and intolerance. But with severe food allergies herself, she rarely tastes the food she makes. She's even allergic to flowers.
I mean, I generally eat once a day to try to minimize the amount of reactions that there could be. My reactions can range from, you know, what one might consider mild, so headache, irritations all over your body, to severe anaphylaxis near death. I cook by sight, I cook by sound, I cook by smell, I cook by really the science of it all. I love making food that shouldn't exist, and when it does, it knocks you off your feet and you go, wait, you made this and you can't eat it? I'm like, yeah, what's it taste like? Tell me all about it.
For Kathlina to cook certain foods safely, she wears a respirator.
I think I've had to wear my respirator for about 7 or 8 years now. I make it look cool and look good, but it's really uncomfortable. It's like having a death grip on your face. And then sometimes when you're cooking, it fogs up, so like you can't really see what you're doing. You're like literally like windshield wiping your own face. It's really weird.
Going to the shops can set off her allergies too, but a chef always needs ingredients.
So when you're at the grocery store, corn is everywhere, right? The wax on produce is corn derived. Even like the adhesive on the stickers that they use, usually corn derived. It's in so many places that
Yeah. This is not.
of land and never.
Okay. I'm gonna mute my.
After acing her chef training and rewriting her French pastry exam to be top 9 free, Kathlina launched Raise, a platform to teach cooking for restricted diets.
There's like all these foods that people think can't exist because, oh, you can't have this that's free from gluten, dairy, egg, peanut, blah, 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 all the things. And I'm like, yeah, watch me. You know, if you're vegan, they're like, oh, and here's some wheat and some tree nuts and some soy, and they throw every allergen into almost every recipe. And I'm like, wait, what about people who are allergic to these things or can't have this or can't have that, right? I will find all of these strange ways to bring back flavor and texture and experience when you thought you'd never have it again. It includes the entire community. No one gets left behind. One of the coolest cakes I ever made, it's dubbed Candy Overload Cake. A mom called and she said, my daughter's turning 12, but because of her allergies, the kid had just never had a birthday cake. And I said, okay, well, how about since it's her first cake, and you know me, go big or go home, cookies, candies, chocolates, anything that's safe, marshmallows, all of it, just all goes on top. The dad brings the little girl to pick up her cake, and I just slide it over it. I'm like, happy birthday. And dad is on the verge of tears. Her face was just so like, that's mine. You know, like, you never forget that moment. Like, helping kids have that first something that everybody takes for granted. Like, it's not about being a chef, it's about reinventing the world for people who cannot engage in it. Just because you have this wild fringe diagnosis does not mean you can't live. You're going to live. You just gotta put in some elbow grease. A lot of it, actually.
Our store is live. Use the link in the caption to grab your Great Big Story merch. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks, bye!
Myanmar is the only country in the world that eats tea leaves. There, they are a specialty, served fermented with crispy garlic, nuts, and other vegetables. The dish is called la pei to, and it is absolutely... I feel like Dexter meets Ina Garten. It's not every day that I come across a food that really surprises me, but there I was editing a video where people took us grocery shopping around the world, and somebody from Finland submitted this.
The least favorite one, that's with blood. It says it's blood of a pig.
Pancakes made from blood? That's insane. These pancakes are common all around northern Lapland, so I called my friend Bjorn and asked if he could help film a story. Bjorn, I've got a story for you.
Hi, I'm Björn. I'm a documentary filmmaker that travels the world making stories. That here in Sweden we actually have a dish called bloody pudding. And I remember that this was even something that we were served in the school canteen when I was a kid. So I traveled to Jukkasjärvi, a small town outside Kiruna, to film this.
So we're gonna do two things. We are first going to go to Sweden to learn from the source all about these blood pancakes, and then I'm gonna make them and try them. So let's leave my living room.
Jag heter Ida Maria Svanny. Jag bor i Jukkasjärvi med min familj. Men vi bor även på andra platser också eftersom vi är renskötare.
The Sami people are an indigenous community living in the region of Sampi, which includes northern parts of Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Russia. Like Ida Maria and her family, about 10% of Sami people work as semi-nomadic reindeer herders, which means they travel to follow their reindeer as they migrate.
Vi ska göra blodplättar. Det är ju en plätta som har, eller en pannkaka, som har blod istället för vatten eller mjölk. Och det blir en annan sorts smak, men den är väldigt god och nyttig. Maträtten kallas blodplättar, på samiska varraletta. Och man lägger då ägg och mjöl och salt. Och det blir en ganska kraftig smak. Vi använder alltid blod från renen eftersom när vi slaktar en ren så tar vi tillvara på allt som vi kan göra någonting av. Och blodet är väldigt nyttigt, det innehåller mycket järn. Så därför tar jag blodet från renen. Vi äter blodplättar till vardags. Det kan vara så att man äter mer blodplättar när man är gravid för då behöver man mer järn. Vispar jag ihop det till en smet, en jämn och fin smet. Och sen så har jag en stekpanna ovanför elden så får jag värme. Så lägger jag lite smör i och så häller jag in smeten. Och då får jag blodplättar. Och sen brukar vi äta med bacon så att vi får det salta. Och även sirap, för då får du det söta. Ibland kan man ha lingonsylt. Vi äter ibland, då har man det syrliga. Så det blir en fantastisk blandning. Det är en väldigt god smak och så är den också väldigt nyttig. Jag tycker om smaken från renblod. Det är en speciell smak. Och det är ju en smak där man kan känna de vilda smakerna. De smakerna som finns ute i naturen kan man känna. Och det är fantastiska smaker. Idag märker man, med dagens generation, de som växer upp och som är 20 år, det är inte lika vanligt. Det är som att det är en traditionell kunskap som håller på att försvinna. Blodplättarna är ju en del av vår kultur för det handlar om att man ska försöka se det man har runt omkring sig och ta vara på det och göra någonting av det. Och naturen ger ju så otroligt mycket bara du tar dig tid att se det.
After learning this, of course I am curious. So, I had to find blood. Reindeer blood, obviously not so common in New York City, but I went to a butcher shop in Brooklyn, New York called Winter Butcher, and I got 2 pints of pig's blood. So we're gonna strain this because, oh God. Okay, it looks like a murder scene in here. Ultimately, this is a simple recipe. It's just the blood, flour, eggs, salt, and a bit of butter. Everything just gets mixed up together and cooked on a stove. It looks like raspberry jam. Since I'm in New York City, I'm cooking it on my pan on my stove as I do not have access to a campfire. We'll just have to make do. They kind of look like chocolate. I know it's not chocolate, but it's just the feeling. Like Ida Maria suggested, I've got bacon and lingonberry jam. I'm just gonna put a little bit of syrup on top. I don't have much experience with blood dishes. I've had many types of blood sausages, like sundae from Korea, black pudding from the UK. That actually might be it. But cooking with just liquid blood like this, that was a first. Just a little bit of lingonberry jam. The idea of the pig's blood with the bacon, I really feel like I'm, getting the whole animal in here. Ida Maria ate it with her hands, and so I will as well. I'm not gonna lie, if you didn't tell me there was blood in this, I would have thought that the texture is off. There's definitely an earthiness to this, but I think the biggest difference for me is a texture. I know this might be weird, but it kind of reminds me of a stingray body. There's kind of a rubberiness to this. Can you see that? Having some with some bacon. Bacon is salty, and it makes everything taste great. Ultimately, am I gonna be serving blood pancakes from now on Sunday mornings? Probably not, although I do have some leftover blood. I know that a lot of cultures do cook with blood. I'm curious, for those of you watching, leave a comment and let me know, is blood a part of the culinary landscape in your country, and what is a blood dish that you would recommend now that I'm kind of in it, I'm in the blood zone. If you've made it to the end, get some blood. Try a blood pancake. You won't be disappointed. Myanmar is the only country in the world that eats tea leaves. There, they are a specialty, served fermented with crispy garlic, nuts, and other vegetables. The dish is called la pei to, and it is absolutely one of a kind. I can of course just eat the dish, but as this is Great Big Story, we're gonna go on a little road trip to Myanmar to learn how it's made.
လက်ဖက်ကမြန်မာနိုင်ငံမှာတော့လူတိုင်းသိတယ်ပေါ့နော်ပြီးရင်ဒီလက်ဖက်အဆိုးအဲ့ဒါကြတော့မစားဘူးတဲ့လူကလည်းမရှိသလောက်ပဲကျမနာမည်ကညညစိန်ပါမန္တလေးမြို့မှာနေပါတယ်
The process for making la pei takes 2 to 3 months and has remained largely untouched for thousands of years.
တိတ်လို့ရှိရင်တော့ဒီလက်ဖက်ရွက်ကြမ်းနဲ့အကယ်၍သူကအရွက်ဒီနေရာမှာကားဖို့အရွက်ကလေးတွေနောက်အဲ့လိုပုတ်တူပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုဒီလိမ့်တဲ့ဆက်ပေါ့အဲ့လောက်ပဲလူပြီးတော့ဒီရင်နှွေးငွေ့နဲ့ပဲသူ့ကိုပေါင်းလိုက်တယ်ပေါင်းလိုက်ပြီးနည်းနည်းလေးဣသွားတယ်9မိနစ်လောက်ပေါ့ပေါင်းလိုက်လို့ဣသွားပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်သူ့ကိုထုတ်လိုက်တယ်ထုတ်ပြီးတော့လိမ့်တယ်ပြီးလို့ရှိရင်ဒီလက်ဖက်ထွက်တဲ့ဒေသတွေမှာဆိုရင်တော့အဲ့လိုပုတ်အကြီးတွေနောက်လက်ဖက်ကိုမြေကြီးထဲမှာတွင်းတူးပြီးတော့လက်ဖက်ကို
これが鰹節です。鰹からできてます。鰹節っていうのはね、世界で一番硬い食品っていうふうに言われてますね。で、このぐらい硬くなります。私は鈴木隆です。鰹節の製造を行っております。私は鰹節の製造を30年間行ってます。鰹節っていうのは日本食の一番元になるもの、ベースになるものじゃないんですかね。鰹節を削って、これがいわゆる削り節と言われる。鰹節はね、昔は多かったのは、ご飯の上にそのままかけて食べる。冷ややっこにかける、いわゆるトッピングで使われてましたけども、 つゆの素で使われたり、あとはお味噌汁にこう入れたりですね、お蕎麦とかうどんとかに多く使われてます。鰹節の生産しているところは静岡県、鹿児島県で大体もう9割以上です。ですけど全国どこに行っても鰹節はあります。この工場は株式会社山志と言います。この工場では鰹節の製造は月に大体70トンから75トンぐらい切ります。で年間900トンぐらいの原料処理を行います。1本の鰹節を作るのにですね、長くて半年生切りで、おろしまして煮て、それから熱を加えて乾燥させるわけですね。で乾燥させた後にですね、カビ菌を鰹節に噴霧して、で大体4ヶ月ぐらいカビをつけて、それで鰹節が出来上がります。鰹節の職人っていうのは年々減ってると思いますね。でそれはなぜかというと、やっぱり機械化されてるもんですから、今正直言ってそのまな板も包丁もいらない時代になってるもんですから、我々みたいにああいう形で包丁で生を切るっていうのはどんどん減ってます。やはり日本食の伝統のベースになるものを我々が担ってるというような気持ちがあります。これを頑張ってですね、続けていこうかなというふうには非常に思ってます。
If you come to this location the week of Thanksgiving, it will blow your mind. I mean, thousands.
Salmon sushi isn't Japanese. It's Norwegian. Huh? Sushi. Okay, here's the story. Until about 1995, raw salmon was not consumed in Japan, and this was for one big reason. Pacific salmon has parasites. Ugh. So no salmon sushi, sashimi, no spicy salmon, nothing.
What? No way.
But obviously that all changed, thanks in part to this guy.
Yeah. Yes, my name is Bjorn Erik Olsen.
Norway had a problem. They had a lot of salmon and too small a market. Looking east, they set their sights on Japan, a country that loves raw fish so much it's willing to pay 5 times the price for sushi grade. So, Norway formed a committee and hired Bjorn.
From 1986 to 1991, I worked for Project Japan.
Their job was to convince Japanese consumers that Atlantic salmon was safe to consume raw. And this was hard. Just take, for example, pork. If some guy from Norway came here and said, "Here, eat our pork meat raw, it's safe, it's really yummy," we'd be like, "Man, you're crazy."
It was basically a matter of perception, so we had to change the whole country in a way.
Bjorn and his team got to work. They made the first ever salmon rolls and served them to businessmen in Japan, which they didn't like for a long time.
It took actually 10 years to get a proper breakthrough in the market.
So there it is. Salmon sushi didn't exist before 1995. Bjorn, on behalf of the world, we thank you.
Chinese takeout. That convenient hunger buster that can turn up at your door within minutes in a perfectly packaged Chinese takeout box. Funny thing about that Chinese takeout box, it's actually American. Yep. Although the box's folds and style were inspired by Japanese origami, the packaging is a uniquely Western invention. In 1894, Chicago-based inventor Frederick Weeks Wilcox patented the paper pail, a single piece of paper folded into a leak-proof container fastened with a wire handle. Around this time, California experienced a huge influx of Chinese immigrants. Many came here in search of gold, bringing along their cuisine and culture. Fast forward to the post-war boom. Every family's moving to the idyllic suburbs, convenience is paramount, and Chinese takeout starts to take off. Then, in the 1970s, a graphic designer added a pagoda to the side of the box, along with a faux Asian "thank you" on top. From then on, the containers became a fixture of the Chinese takeout industry, even though they have never been used in China.
This is the aluminum ball challenge.
We are doing the aluminum foil ball challenge.
It swept the internet. It was pretty much people making smooth, shiny balls out of aluminum foil. It originated in Japan, but the story doesn't end there. It gets more meta, because this challenge actually came from another tradition in Japan. And in true Japanese fashion, that tradition is pretty spectacular. Dolodango is a Japanese art form in which earth and water are molded to create a delicate, shiny sphere. That's a nice way of saying that these are very fancy mud balls. And when it comes to making dolodango in Japan, kyokomiki is one of the best.
泥団子とは泥と団子を組み合わせた言葉です。14年間泥団子作りをしております。泥が光るというのにすごく興味を持ちました。泥団子は粘土質の土でなければ固まることができないので、粘土質の土があれば強く丸めて固めることができます。
The process, condensed, goes like this. Get a clay-based mud, mix it with hay. This helps keep it from falling apart. Roll it into a sphere and leave it to dry in the sun.
泥団子を作る時間は、乾かす時間がありますので、乾いてしまえばあとは、磨くだけでしたら1時間半あればできます。命を与えて生き生きして輝いていく瞬間は、まず磨いていく段階でピカッと第一で光り出した時ですね。
And the story doesn't end here, because where there is something beautiful, there is a competition to prove who is the best. And Kyoko is a judge. This is the annual Dolodango tournament in Tokoname, Japan.
光る泥団子大会の審査委員長は、始まった1回目から行っております。今年で11年目になります。1回目の泥団子はボコボコ団子がとても多かったんですけども、2回目からは、団子の球体性はもうほぼ全員完璧になっておりますので、あとは色の付け方、磨き方、光り具合、それを重視しております。毎年大会に行くとその年その年でいろいろな感動が生まれてきます。
This year, contestants from all over Japan have come to showcase their work. It looks like they've got a winner. So what does a winning Dolodango look like? Very shiny.
2回目です。とても嬉しいです。
Colored, plain, large, small, the Dolodango is not a one-look pony. It exemplifies so much of Japanese culture: patience, perfection, and the pursuit of beauty in everyday things. And they're also pretty cool to look at.
What do you call a group of cats?
Oh, let me check on that. It's called a clouder of cats.
If you have a question, any question, there's a number you can call.
917-275-6975.
And a librarian at the New York Public Library will try to answer it for you.
Hello, thanks for calling Ask NYPL.
We have 10 librarians on the team, and we answer any question that you may have over the telephone. In the office today, we have Matthew, Bernard, Serena, Diane, and me. Our department, Ask NYPL, began in 1967. We started answering questions over the telephone, but people have been reaching out to librarians for...
Don't get any ideas for that year number.
The New York Public Library has actually saved records of some of the more interesting questions they've been asked over the years. Like, is there a full moon every night in Acapulco? Why do 18th century English paintings have so many squirrels in them, and how do they tame them so they wouldn't bite the painter? Are Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates one and the same person? In a world of Google, it's a bit surprising to know that they get around 30,000 calls per year. My question is, why?
Oftentimes people might not have access to the technology at home, and I honestly think some just want somebody to talk to.
So the next time you have a question, like, how many teeth does a great white shark have? You can call this number.
917-275-6975.
That'll ring inside of this building, up on this floor, and maybe Bernard or Rosa will pick up, and they'll answer it for you.
They have about 300 serrated teeth.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that the American flag has endured in its many forms as the ultimate symbol of freedom, justice, and the American way. But did you know that our nation's flag was designed by a high school student from Ohio?
According to legend, the original American flag from 1776 was sewn by a lady named Betsy Ross. It had 13 stars in a circle representing America's original 13 states. As more states joined the Union, people kept adding more stars to the flag. So by 1958, the US flag had a total of 48 stars for the 48 states of that time. Which brings us to our high school student, Robert Heft. Robert's history teacher.
You know what's kind of weird about this episode? They describe Robert as a high school student, but the footage they show, like the next footage they show a freaking elementary school, which is supposed to be Robert Heft. It's kind of weird.
Teacher gave his students an open-ended assignment.
Make a project illustrating your interest in American history. It could be anything.
So Robert, who was jazzed about hearing that Alaska and Hawaii were going to become states, cut up an old 48-state flag in his grandparents' basement and designed his own vision for a 50-state flag. When he turned in his final assignment, Robert's teacher said,
"Anyone can make a flag, and it's got the wrong number of stars."
The grade came back a B-. Robert tried to explain his idea to his teacher, who replied,
I'll change your grade when your flag is accepted by the U.S. Congress.
Game on. Robert wrote 21 letters and called the White House 18 times until one day in 1960, Robert's phone rang.
Hello? Hello, Robert Hess?
It was President Eisenhower with news that Robert's 50-state flag design had actually been chosen as the new official flag of the United States. The president invited Robert to Washington, where he saw his American flag fly for the first time on July 4th, 1960. Since then, Robert's 50-state flag has remained unmatched as the quintessential symbol of America. But I know what you're thinking. Whatever happened to that B-? Robert's teacher honored his promise and changed the grade to an A.
We're all familiar with Coca-Cola, but this is also Coke. It's said that Clear Coke was a top-secret project made exclusively for a thirsty Red Russian.
Oh, so good.
During World War II, Coca-Cola made a global splash, boosting American troops' morale. At one point, Dwight D. Eisenhower met with Georgy Zhukov, a Soviet general instrumental in the defeat of Nazi Germany. Eisenhower introduced him to Coke.
Try this.
Zhukov was hooked. But after the war, Coke was seen as a symbol of American imperialism and was banned from the Soviet Union.
Yeah, nope, not here.
So Zhukov called up none other than U.S. President Harry Truman to send him a secret stash.
I'm going to need Coca-Cola.
Truman agreed to help Zhukov out.
All right, you got it.
He got the top dogs at Coca-Cola to disguise its iconic look. They eliminated the drink's artificial coloring, but made sure the new vodka look-alike still had that classic Coke taste. They packaged it in straight glass bottles, capped with a red star. According to a World War II Coke rep, 50 cases were sent to Russia. Zhukov got his fix. He was never caught with the disguised cola, and as far as we know, it hasn't been sipped since. Some people associate instant noodles with broke college students, but instant ramen wasn't created for a bunch of hungry 20-year-olds. The man who invented them was much more ambitious. He set out to solve a hunger crisis in Japan. After World War II, food shortages plagued Japanese cities, so the US supplied wheat flour and encouraged the Japanese to make bread. One man, named Momofuku Ando, didn't understand why his people would make bread instead of noodles, something that was already part of their culture. Ando decided to take matters into his own hands and create a new ramen made to last. He spent a year trying to figure out how to preserve the noodles. He needed a non-perishable, tasty, and easy recipe, but it was a challenge to maintain the robust flavors and unique texture that most people were accustomed to. It wasn't until his wife was making dinner one night and he threw some noodles in a bowl of hot tempura oil that he realized flash frying the noodles was the answer he had been looking for. This method not only dehydrated them, it left small perforations that allowed the noodles to recook quickly. And there you have it. Instant ramen noodles became an instant success. Ando's products gained notoriety when he introduced the packaged ramen in the 1950s and later cup noodles in 1978. His company began selling upwards of 40 billion units every year, and Momofuku Ando became a culinary icon in Japan. So the next time you heat up a cup of instant noodles, remember you're slurping down a little piece of history.
Silly string, that bright, fun, party in an aerosol can, was actually invented by mistake. Believe it or not, it was supposed to help heal your broken bones. In 1972, Leonard A. Fish, an inventor, and Robert P. Cox, a chemist, were granted a U.S. patent for a foamable resinous composition. The two initially set out to create an aerosol can that could spray an instant cast on a broken leg or arm. And the invention worked. But when it came to packaging their discovery, they tested 500 different types of nozzles. Through their tests, Fish came upon one that produced a string that shot 30 feet across the room. Inspired, they decided to turn their instant cast into a toy. After altering the formula to produce a more colorful, less sticky string, the pair set out to market their product. Neither of them knew the first thing about selling toys, so they made an appointment with Wham-O in California. But the meeting didn't go exactly as planned.
Oh, please.
Fish and Cox sprayed the string all over the office, including on the person they were meeting with. And unsurprisingly,
Get out!
They were asked to leave the premises. Just one day later, Fish received a telegram from Wham-O asking him to send 24 cans for a market test. Turns out that a trace of the silly string was left on a lampshade in the office and was later spotted by Wham-O's owners, who themselves demanded a market test immediately. 2 weeks later, Wham-O signed a contract to license the product now known as Silly String.
Little trees. They're a rearview mirror staple, protecting noses from offensive. Odors all over the world. But where do they come from? Over 60 years ago, a scientist by the name of Julius Simon had a chance encounter with a milkman that changed the course of the air freshener game forever. It was in Watertown, New York. A milkman was making the rounds when he stopped to speak to Julius, a German Jewish chemist who fled the Nazis and studied alpine tree aromas in the forests of Canada. Said milkman began venting to Julius about the stench that spoiled milk left in his car, and thus the quest began to destroy bad car odors. Julius drew inspiration from the tree aromas he studied by infusing their oils onto paper. In 1954, he filed a patent for tree-shaped paper infused with odor-destroying air perfume. Julius then started producing the air fresheners out of an empty auto shop and sending samples to local gas stations. The little trees were a big hit, and Julius successfully created the first automotive air freshener. Though the look remains the same, the scents are forever changing. Now the Little Tree Company has over 60 scents and has sold over 1 billion little trees worldwide.
I've been making this drink sound so attractive and desirable for all these years.
Do you recognize me? I'm the Kool-Aid Man. Oh, yeah.
So I've had several people say, it's hard to picture that that voice is actually coming from you, the human being.
Oh, yeah.
They like the voice because they don't know who I am. When I first auditioned, I think they wanted to get the flavor of the Kool-Aid Man that was already on the air. When I came in, instead of making it,
oh, I wanted to go down, oh.
So he's got to have a big, deep voice. So I just thought, like, this guy wants to be a,
oh, yeah, cool.
And I tried to make the voice, you know, just kind of roll around gutturally in my throat.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember those sessions. After 3 hours of them just saying, okay, do it again, do it again, do it again, try it again. How about lower, more energy, more this, more Barry White, bigger, 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 louder, louder. I'd be saying, like, what am I not doing that you're not getting? But you're telling me to use a lot of high energy, like David Lee Roth. I said, the two don't mix. David Lee Roth going, oh, yeah, doesn't mix with Barry White going,
oh, yeah.
So you have to find a happy balance.
Oh, yeah. Bottoms up.
Liquid ass is a stinky liquid that smells like butt crack with hints of dead animal.
So there are these guys.
Andrew Masters, I make liquid ass.
Alan Whitman, liquid ass creator and head janitor.
We make the world's best stink product.
And they work here.
This is what we call the ass factory.
They hated their jobs, so they followed their dreams and started a successful prank product company specializing in a really rancid fart spray. But they needed a name.
I said, so what are we going to name it? And he's getting ready to sit down and he goes, I don't know, liquid ass. And I'm like, that's it.
Then something curious happens.
We're making a product specifically for pranks at first, but then we start getting calls from military people.
Enter Stu Siegel, this guy.
Stu ordered from us, and I've never met Stu. It sounds like he's got a pretty neat business.
He really does.
And he come up with the idea to use it for triage. But the fact is that it goes from prank product to medical field is sort of a jump.
Turns out there's a secondary market for this stuff, training some of the most elite armed forces to do their jobs.
We are a company that replicates the environment of combat. And right now we're in a set that we built for medical training.
Whoa. Whoa. Basically, before this prank fart spray, some of our best troops and emergency medics were going into the field completely unfamiliar with the overwhelmingly horrid smells of death and disembowelment that they would probably encounter as part of their jobs.
It's a very awful smell. It's something that could actually gag a maggot, as far as I'm concerned. It just smells like liquid ass.
Back to these two jokers.
Now we have a product out there that's helping military training, which is, it's great,
You know, not all heroes wear capes.
Cakes, cookies, and brownies. No, we're not going to show you how to make them because they can be made with ease thanks to Betty Crocker, who was born in 1921 in Minnesota. Well, kind of. In 1921, the Washburn-Crosby Company, now known as General Mills, ran a contest for people to complete a puzzle for the most coveted prize, a pincushion. Yes, one of your very own. Surprisingly, a lot of people wrote in to claim their prize, but with a little PS.
How do I make my sponges? How much flour should I use?
They wanted baking advice. So the customer service department began to reply, and to make their tips seem more genuine, they signed their letters Betty Crocker. Betty, because it was a cheery, all-around American-sounding name, and Crocker after a board member. Not being a real person didn't stop Betty Crocker from having a very successful radio show, the Betty Crocker Cooking School of the Air, with a different accent in every state.
Welcome to the Betty Crocker Cooking School of the Air.
But the lies don't stop there. Let's talk about that added ingredient, the egg. You don't need to add a fresh egg to powdered cake mix, but science says it makes us feel like we aren't cheating and we're better providers. So thanks, Betty Crocker, for making us all feel like we know how to bake.
The creation of the potato chip is a rather snarky, surprising, and idiosyncratic story. When French fries made their way to America, they soon became a restaurant mainstay. Many restaurants served fries as their signature dish. Believe it or not, they were once considered very hoity-toity. In 1853, George Crumb was a chef at the Moon's Lake House in Saratoga Springs, New York. Their signature dish was none other than Moon's fried potatoes, or as the aristocrats would say, potatoes served in the French manner. One day, just like any other, a customer some believe to have been Cornelius Vanderbilt himself ordered fries. Upon being served, Cornelius scoffed and sent them back. He deemed the fries soggy and not crispy enough. This insanity continued a few more times, until Crumb lost it. I mean, he really lost it. He fired back, cutting the potatoes paper thin and frying them up. You see, back in 1853, eating with your hands was a major faux pas, making Crumb's revenge even more diabolical. By cutting the potatoes paper thin, there would be no way that Cornelius could use his fork, forcing him to use his hands. Crumb's plan backfired, kind of, as the patrons dug in with both hands and loved them. Saratoga chips were born. They became a Saratoga dining staple. Soon thereafter, they took the world by storm.
Crumb himself even opened his own restaurant with baskets of chips displayed on each and every table.
Quando se fala Portugal, fala-se num país com mar.
In the southern part of Croatia, in the peninsula of Pelješac, there is a winemaker that does things a little differently.
Sam Edi Bajurin I proizvodim vino ispod mora.
That's right, this winery ages their wine 75 feet beneath the sea's surface. After growing up around many traditional winemakers, Edie had an idea to combine his two favorite pastimes, scuba diving and drinking wine. So he decided to try an aged wine in the sea.
Moja prvotna ideja je bila da stavimo vino u glinenu amforu I kao takvu polegnemo u more.
To avoid any leaks in these ancient storage jars, Edie uses a glass bottle to keep the wine in and salt water out. He uses custom-made cages that line the seafloor to hold the wine in place.
Boca stoji obrnuto, gornji dio, to jest čep stoji u odnosu na dno naprema dole. U rasponu od 1,5 do 2 godine I niko to ne dira. Ali u biti inače se preveravaju svako 15 dana se zaranja da se vidi što je I kako nastaje.
To ensure proper handling, this call may be recorded.
I'd be careful answering that call. It could be another Z Morning Zoo phone scam.
I love this phone scam because we got an email from a guy named Jeff who recently went on a bachelor party trip to Vegas with a bunch of guys. He was in The Bachelor, by the way. One of the guys was James, who's a friend of his, who was bragging to all of the guys in the bachelor party that all he does at work all day is watch porn on his work computer. They all thought it was pretty funny, and that's when Jeff got the idea. We should call him and pretend that we're management and that we know he's been watching porn on his computer. That's exactly what we did.
Not sure what you mean.
Well, maybe this sounds familiar. The porn sites that you've been visiting. I guess, in the movie?
I can't recall, to tell you the truth. I really need to get back to some calls here, and it looks like you have all the information you need. So
Sure. I'll just pass this information over to management, and then I appreciate taking your time today.
Wait, you said this would be between us.
No, I never said that.
But I could get fired.
Oh, I'm quite sure you'll get fired. Also, we're going to have to inform your wife as well about all this.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you need to notify my wife? She's got nothing to do with this. She doesn't work here.
It's a legal thing. We have to inform, the spouse when someone's been engaging in pornographic material. The family has to know. So
you're gonna get me fired and divorced over looking at some porn websites?
I'm just following procedure.
I'm just going to deny the whole thing. I've never heard of these sites. It's your word against mine. So, there.
Okay, yeah, but what about the rump?
I've never heard of the rump. It's your word against mine. So.
Well, actually, it's my word and Jeff's word against yours.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This is one of those pranks, isn't it?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yes, it is. You've been phone scammed by the Z Morning Zoo.
Oh, man. I'm just so relieved that isn't true, but I'm also pissed.
Well, yeah, see, maybe this is a wake-up call for you.
Yeah, totally. I should probably cut back a bit.
To ensure proper handling, this call may be recorded.
I'd be careful answering that call. It could be another Z Morning Zoo phone scam.
C104.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm calling to speak to Dave, please.
Yeah, this is Dave.
Hey, Dave, this is Charles. I'm calling from Your wife left us a message that you needed to exchange some shorts with us.
Are you guys serious? I told her the ones that she got were just fine.
No, it's okay. I mean, we don't mind. We do exchanges like this all the time. So what kind of shorts are they? She said they were the men's khaki with 2 pockets, and there were other colors.
Yeah, it's those ones, and there's also a pair of these navy and white ones.
Okay, and you need to exchange all of them, or just the khaki, or all of them?
No, I got to exchange all three. They're all the wrong size.
Okay, and what size are they?
They're 34 waist, and I need it to be 36.
Okay, no problem. Stand by 1 second for me, okay?
All right.
Hey, Carol. Hey, do we have the men's khaki in 36s? Yeah, I got a guy who has 34s, but they're too small. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, hey, maybe instead of changing your pants, try losing the weight, fat ass. Okay, all right, thanks. Okay, sir, it looks like we definitely have the khakis.
All right. Did you just call me a fat ass just now?
I'm sorry, a what?
I thought I heard you call me a fat ass just now. When you put me on hold.
Okay, well, I would never say something like that to a customer, so.
That's what I thought. I was like, what the hell?
Okay, listen, let me go check on the navy. And you also said white, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Hey, can they hear us? Like, no, when we put a customer on hold, can they hear us? Okay, because I just called this guy a fat ass, and he was like, you called me a fat ass. And I'm like, calm down, bitch boy. If I call you a fat ass, I'll say it to your face. Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's some dude who can't fit his fat ass into his golf pants. Oh, that reminds me. Do we have the men's shorts in blue in 36? Yeah, for Fatty McGee. We do? Okay, cool. Okay, sir. So it looks like we also have the navy in.
Let me stop. I'm going to stop you right there, sir. I'm going to stop you. Let me tell you something. You have to learn a lot about customer service. I want to speak to your manager.
Excuse
me? I want to speak right now.
What?
You heard me. I want to speak to your boss right now.
Oh, okay. May I ask why?
Well, I don't know. How about the fact that you just called me a fat ass and a bitch boy? How I need to fit my fat ass into my golf pants? How about that? How about that? Why I need to talk to your boss?
Sir, are you sure you're talking to the right person? Because I would never say anything like that.
I know you said it. You said if you said it, you would say it right to my face. I heard that part too. I heard all of this. Now put me on your boss right now. Put me on the phone with your boss.
Okay, sir. No problem. Hang on 1 second, please. Hey, can you get Amanda over here for a sec? Yeah, this guy's being a major dick. He wants to speak to her. Yeah, thanks. Hey, here, will you talk to this guy?
Good afternoon. This is Amanda. How may I help you?
I would just like you to know that whoever was just helping me out is one of the most insulting customer service representatives I have ever experienced in my life. I used to work retail years ago, and I know bad customer service when I see it, and this guy should be fired immediately.
Well, first of all, let me apologize on behalf of our entire company. I am very sorry that you had a bad experience. I can assure you that your business is extremely important to us, and I will do everything I possibly can to fix. This situation for you, okay?
Well, I hope so. Because this is definitely the rudest I've ever been treated by a company in my life.
Okay, again, I'm sorry. Hang on 1 second, and I'll sort all of this out, okay?
Fine.
What a little f***ing bitch. I used to work retail a long time ago. I'm like, bitch, which retail store did you work at? Were you selling bell bottoms to my great grandma? Go cry to somebody else with your old fat ass. Sir, I can assure you that this problem will be handled by me personally.
No, you know what? You know what? Do me a f***ing favor. Don't fix it. Don't do a damn thing. Also, you know what you might want to do? Here's what you can do. Maybe stop talking about your customers while they're on hold, because I can hear every f***ing word you're saying. You people are the worst. You're all pieces of shit. Just wait until I tell everybody how you treat your customers, how you treat the people coming in your store, trying to spend their money, their hard-earned money, on your piece of shit, khaki shorts.
Sir, you know what? That is a great idea. Fantastic. And you know what you should do? You should call that radio show on Z104 in the morning, the Z Morning Zoo.
Or actually, you don't have to because you're on it right now.
What?
Dave, this isn't really Nordstrom. This is the Z Morning Zoo, and you just got phone scammed. I'm so sorry. Your wife asked us to do this to you.
Oh my. All right. Oh my God. I was like, I don't think they know that I can hear them. I was losing my mind.
No, we knew that was sort of the plan.
Let me tell you something. It's a good thing y'all work on the radio station, because you would absolutely suck.
To ensure proper handling, this call may be recorded.
I'd be careful answering that call. It could be another Z Morning Zoo phone scam.
Z104.
Thank you for calling South Apartments. This is Alicia. How may I help you?
Oh, yeah.
Dirty Work Wednesday on the Z Morning Zoo.
What the heck are you guys doing? Trying to ruin my life and make me look like a freaking idiot?
Call 473-104.5.
Hello? Hello? For God's sake, who are you? You're going to get it now. Hello?
Dirty Work Wednesday.
So you think you can help me?
Yeah, we can help you.
Dirty Work Wednesday's on the air at 473-104.5. Hi, who's this?
This is Deanne.
Oh, Deanne, I used to date.
Like, the other day, I saw that he had 3 missed calls from her. His phone actually said 3 missed calls from Holly.
Okay.
I mean, you should have grabbed his phone and said, you have 3 missed calls from Holly, you know. Want to explain who she is?
Well, I actually did do that.
Okay, and what did he say?
He says that she's a marketing person for an account that they're trying to get at work.
Okay, and do you believe him?
First I did. But then I started thinking about, like, she calls at really weird times. So, for example, she calls on the weekend or at night. And
Yeah.
what marketing person does that?
Yeah, you know, here's another thing. I was going to say, if she represents a client that your husband is trying to get, I would feel like he would be the one doing all the calling, not the other way around.
Have you seen any text conversations between the two of them?
No, but he locks his phone.
Yeah, but I mean, you're married. You don't have your husband's password?
No, actually, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Does he have any Facebook friends named Holly? Like maybe a new Facebook friend just recently?
I'm not sure. I didn't check.
Okay. So what you want us to do is find out if he's telling the truth and find out who this Holly girl is. Is she really a potential client or is there something else going on?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I don't suppose you have her number.
No.
Okay.
But when it calls, it doesn't like show her number or anything. It just says, Holly's calling or missed call from
Right.
Holly or
Okay.
whatever.
So we can't call her. But we can definitely call him, though, right?
Yeah, totally.
I don't know why you're not showing up. That's weird. I see your background. Hey, what's up, little shorty? It's Miku Shrimp Buffet. Miku Shrimp Buffet. Hey, Mads, his video signal's not paused on our end, right? It's not paused on our end. I'm assuming that is a Little Shorty issue where Little Shorty's pussy got in the way of his video cam software. But we're still going to have shrimp nonetheless. He's live. Okay, thank you, Doc, for checking. I figured as much. More shrimp! The unicorn was probably over at Little Shorty's Breaking Stuff Jayhawker 94. Probably true. Oh, I see him trying to fix it live. Weird is inexorable. It's true. True story, Eldergrown. Hey, Burton Family Gaming, how you doing? We're having Miku Shrimp. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, yes, let Little Shorty back into the video conference. I'm doing good, Burton Family Gaming. How you doing? We're having some Miku Shrimp. You're watching the Deadpool show. It's Sunday. We're live, and it is a Miku Shrimp Fest. There he is. I see him back. Little Shorty has fixed it. Well done. Well done. Little Shorty just farted. Little Shorty is back and alive. I guess the rats got into his webcam, but he is alive and well now. He's back. There it is, Little Shorty. Oh, we're going to Mariah. Oh, my God. No Mariah Mouse with fucking race. My God, they're going to do Mariah Mouse with fucking... I can't believe you found Miku to do Mariah Carey. Maria and fucking Mariah Carey, what is wrong with you? Oh, my God. Now I'm going to get Miku and Mariah Carey emotes. Miku and Mariah Carey emotes are going to be in chat now. Oh, my God. What is wrong with you? Oh, my God. Here comes Miku and Mariah Carey emotes everywhere. Where did you find this, Little Shorty? Yeah, guilty as charged. Oh, my God. Where do you find these things? Oh my God, she sings so hard. Oh my God. Oh my God, Little Shorty. Is that actually me? It is. Thank you for the follow on Kick. Burton Family Gaming, it is actually me. Yes. You can smell me from there. And that's actually Little Shorty. Oh my God. How did you find Miku doing a Mariah Carey cover? Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, Little Shorty. Holy shit. Only Little Shorty could find Miku doing a Mariah Carey cover. And then I get my entire chat flooded with Mariah Carey and Miku emotes. Damn it. And I see your little shrimp. Nice shrimp. Nice shrimp. You stole it from the Miku buffet. I know you did, Little Shorty. I know you did. You stole it from the Miku shrimp buffet.
He bought one of the plushes from Justin Oval.
Just don't hump
It's
your
so
plushes,
cool.
okay?
It's so
That
cute.
seems to be a thing.
It's so
my
cute.
gosh. Now, let's do some free spins. But remember, free spins
bought those friggin'
can be
Justin Oval
interrupted.
plushies.
Interrupted. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
I will play some free spins. But remember, free spins can be interrupted by your YouTube request at any time.
A little Shorty first.
Who's up? By the way, Eldergrown, you're still here. Yours is still on turntable 1.
Oh.
Let's continue. Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's devise a quick plan here during the commercial break, and then when we come back, let's see what we can find out about this. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna call Tony. Call Tony and actually tell him that you are this Holly girl's sister. Or no, not sister. Like, say cousin. Say I'm Holly's cousin, and we're throwing her a birthday party. So we stole her phone and we called all of her contacts so that we could invite people, but we don't want her to know about it.
Oh, like a surprise.
Like a surprise party.
Okay,
Yeah, we saw that you were in her phone.
Okay.
And then when he says, yeah, I'm in her phone, say like, well, we just assumed you were her new man because of all the times she's called you.
Okay, Steve.
And then, and then we'll see. We'll see if he owns up to anything.
Okay.
Thank you for all the ideas, by the way. That was very helpful.
Hello?
Hey, good morning. Is this Tony?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Tony, this is Ashley. I got your number from Holly's phone. I'm actually her cousin.
Holly.
The Holly that calls you 3 times a day? That Holly?
That's her. So what did you say? You're her cousin?
Yes, me and my sister, we stole her phone because we're planning on throwing her a surprise birthday party. So we're calling all of her contacts to invite them to the party, but we don't want her to know about it. So we're calling to invite you, and we figured you were the new guy that she keeps talking about because we saw how much she's been calling you.
I mean, I don't know if I'm the new guy. We've known each other since college, so...
Oh, you're the Tony from college?
Yeah, that's me.
I think I've actually met you once before. How have you been?
Good. How about you?
I've been great. So, you and Holly are like a thing now?
I'm not sure. I mean, you'd probably have to ask her about that. I don't know if she wants anyone to know yet. Actually, I'm pretty sure she doesn't want anyone to know at this point.
No, what?
About me and her.
Oh, okay. But I mean, like, you guys, like, are a thing, right?
Well, you could say that, I guess.
The Miku song somehow. I have no idea how the fuck he's doing it. He's acting all
Wait, what
innocent.
happened?
I don't know how the fuck he's doing it. Oh my god.
I'm getting tired of the stream. I'll see you guys later.
Ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube machine.